Anda masih menyaksikan Special Dialogue dan akan kita lanjutkan perbincangan kita mengenai digital media di Indonesia. Kembali ke Mr. Partha Kabi. Mr. Partha, can you describe to us actually at the moment what is the state of digital media in Indonesia?
Sure. So, I mentioned earlier saying digital is ever evolving, it's complex, there are too many platforms. All the spends that clients have done so far, I think, has been experimental. You're trying this out, you're trying that out. So it's complex, it's changing pretty fast, and it's very important.
Fast.
You want to be on top of that change and understand how to use that medium. And we mentioned the number of platforms that are there, it's just so many. Each of them is unique, each of them is different. Each of them you can use in a very different way. So you can use Facebook in a different way, you can use YouTube in a different way, you can use Snapchat in a different way. I think, but there are 4 key challenges in digital, the way I see it. One, of course, is this ever-changing nature of and the ever-evolving nature
Technology,
of digital,
yes.
and the new things that keep coming in. So there are more questions than answers. The second thing is there is no one single currency to measure digital. Like on TV you have GRPs,
yes.
you have ratings, you have reach frequency. It's very standard, and whatever channels you use, you can measure that with that. On digital, everything is different. So you talk about CPM, you talk about CPA, you talk about cost per impression, likes, engagement rates. Every medium has their own way of measuring it.
Yes.
So that becomes difficult, for a client to understand, saying if I take a combination of 5-6 different digital media, what is the combined impact? I don't know. How do I measure it? There's no single currency. So I think that's the challenge. So that's the second challenge on digital. The third challenge which I think we face is quality of people, the talent in digital. So we have TV and traditional media planners. On the other side, we have digital planners. Okay, but finally, digital is a medium. It's part of the entire media mix. So it's not different. You can't treat it as something which is alien. But what we don't have is integrated planners who understand both the media well and all the media well. I think these integrated planners is what is lacking in the industry, and I think a lot of agencies are making sure that their talent starts getting into this whole integrated business and talk traditional and digital together in front of the client. Because normally what happens is sitting in front of the client, and once the TV plan is being discussed, somebody else is talking. When the digital plan is being discussed, somebody else is talking. We don't want that. We want one person to understand that. And we're training our people ourselves within Maxus and within Group M to make sure that we have integrated planners who understand the medium very well. And the last challenge, I think, is I think it's more an industry problem where the spends are not measured. The competitive spends are not measured. So on TV, I know, for example, as a client, I know what my competitor is doing, how much they're spending, which channels they're spending on, what are they spending on print. I don't know what they're spending on digital. So and I'm increasing my spends on digital year on year, but I really don't have a benchmark.
That's
in terms
true.
of saying, what is happening.
Yes. Well, you mentioned a number of platforms just now. You mentioned there's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and of course the internet. What would you say, what is the most effective digital technology at the moment?
You see, I think, from a depending on the objective. So from a client's perspective and from a brand perspective, if I want to communicate and reach out to a large number of audiences, I have 2 options today really. It's TV, which gives you a large reach, and you have Facebook, which obviously has a large reach because the number of followers on Facebook is huge. So, and you can use Facebook almost like TV today.
So are you saying that Facebook is actually leading at the moment compared to the other medias?
in terms of scale and in terms of reach. Okay, but then like I said, every medium has their own capability and their ability to deliver different things to the communication objective. So you can use online video on YouTube depending on what your objective is for the campaign. You can use Facebook for a particular objective. You can use Snapchat for a particular objective. So you have to first define what your objective is and what you want to achieve from this communication campaign, and then choose the medium accordingly, within digital or overall.
But can you say, like in general, would you say that, which one is actually more effective, TV or digital media?
It's difficult to say it that way, saying which is more effective. Like I said, it all depends on the objective. So TV helps you to deliver mass reach and awareness for a campaign. But if your objective is saying, I want to do trials, or I want to, or anything else apart from just awareness, you would want to use some other media. For example, events and activation makes sense. Or if you want to, increase engagement rates, you would probably use Facebook. So you will use different media. It depends on the objectives.
It really depends.
Yeah.
Okay, so for our viewers out there who are listening to this and maybe they are thinking, oh, I do need a media agency. How can they reach you into inquiring more about media agency?
I mean, talk to us.
Yes.
Our website is there. I can leave my
So your
email
website
ID.
is www.
We've got it's maxusglobal.com. So within that, you can obviously look into all our offices across the world, and our contact details obviously there on the website. So you can reach us. You can talk to media vendors. Hopefully they'll recommend us, and you can talk to a few of our clients.
Okay.
I'm sure our satisfied clients will obviously recommend us.
Of course.
To work with you or any other brand.
All right, and last questions here. Maxus have gained a lot of awards. Could you share some of it?
So the big thing that we achieved last year in 2015 was there's an award called the Campaign Asia Media Agency of the Year Award. So in 2015 December we won that for Indonesia. So we were the Campaign Asia Media Agency of the Year Bronze for 2015, which is a prestigious award in our industry.
Wow.
So very proud of the fact that we've done that last year, and obviously last year was bronze. We want to now make that gold this year. So we're working towards that, and there are a lot of factors which are considered to give you that award. So that's there. Plus we have our own internal Maxus Magnet Awards, which is within the Maxus community globally. And there are just 12 awards which are given out on various categories across these 55 countries I mentioned. So we won one last year and we won 2 this year. So for Indonesia, which is not the biggest market in the Maxus world,
yes,
2 out of 12 is really good, and we're really proud of the fact that we've been recognized. Our work is being recognized within our network itself.
That's great. And for the future, what are you trying to achieve in the future?
So I think what we have done so far and is good. Obviously, you don't want to be satisfied. You want to go more than what you've already done. Obviously, so that's the challenge really. And all these pillars that I mentioned, so this whole planning. So we're continuously improving our planning, continuously improving our buying, continuously improving the quality for people, and upgrading the skills, and also helping clients to lead into change. I think there's this whole combination and the success factors that you had. All these are working beautifully for us. I think we just want to continue doing that in a better way. Going forward.
Of course, and you have a lot of challenges out there to conquer. Okay, Mr. Partha Kabi, thank you so much for joining us in Special Dialogue today. Ya, sampai di sini kebersamaan kita dalam Special Dialogue mewakili kerabat kerja yang bertugas. Saya Luisa Kusnandar undur diri. Terima kasih atas perhatian Anda. Sampai jumpa.